Alright, IP6 here, and I'm here to do an unboxing and review for you guys today of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Charge Blue Ranger. This is the actual, I was going to say first, but actually it's the second figure in the Lightning Collection I've gotten where it's the plastic-free packaging. And third overall after the Zap Mighty Morphin Megazord. So, yeah. I do plan on getting the Zap Dragon Sword soon. We'll see when that happens. But yeah, so this is interesting. Have not gotten these. I think this is the first of the Wave 14 figures that's come out. Technically, these came out early on I think Big Bad Toy Store and Took Collectibles. But I pre-ordered these through Amazon, so yeah, and Amazon hasn't really let me down in regards to the figures at the very least and getting, like, good figures, or good versions of the figures. The Wild Force Lunar Wolf Ranger figure came, and it was the right one. It had 6 stripes, it had the right boots, and yeah, and people... I don't know why people get on the stripes. I could have handled the boots being wrong, but the stripes, they needed to be 6 on that figure because he's the 6th Ranger, and that's part of the costume design, but yeah. But yeah, so we got the Dino Charge Blue Ranger, and I did get the Dino Charge Black Ranger, if you guys didn't see that review. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the box because it was secondhand, but I still got it because I missed out when it was available a few years ago, so yeah, because it was a Target exclusive. But yeah, and I also got the Psycho Green. Still need to get the main 5 Psycho Rangers. But yeah, this is not the only Wave 14 figure I have pre-ordered, but it's the first one that shipped. So yeah. So here we go with the box. Obviously a redesigned box, design. With the main figure in, or the figure in a pose with the Morpher/gun and the sword. So yeah, the Power Rangers Lightning Collection logo right here. It is slightly embossed, at least this part is. Artwork of the Ranger's suit. Dino Charge Blue Ranger, Hasbro, and all that. So yeah, and then we got the Dino Charge logo without the Saban part of it. As they've been doing for the last couple waves, just doing or having these without the Saban logo for the ones that were produced under Saban. Dino Charge Blue Ranger, picture of his helmet, and it's the one from the toy as opposed to the artwork. Then more artwork on this side, which is nice. Then we got the back, shows you what it comes with. You got the figure again in the pose from the front, but then you got the figure itself with the Coda head right there, the helmet, the 2 replaceable or swappable fists, which look like they've redone how they have done those, which is whatever. The sword, the Morpher, and the energy effect piece. So, yeah. I should have figured there'd be tape. But yeah, minus the tape, the plastic-free packaging is what this has. So yeah. And you can see why I usually skip doing this. And I don't like how these are done. Is this, I'm pretty sure, supposed to be here, but it seems like it was under, or this seems to have been placed under here, and I don't know why that is. It should go right there. Yeah, that just flopped onto the bed. And part of the bag is ripped, I believe. I saw a rip. Here we go. Part of it was ripped, which is whatever with these. I guess this has to be some kind of plastic. But yeah. And you get like a warning thing. I don't like how figures are folded. And I don't like how the fists were inside out, but were facing the wrong way, but okay. But this actually looks like a pretty good figure. And they've changed, instead of having the helmets on with the actors' face skull, or the actor heads, or the civilian heads, off of them, they changed it to having the civilian head on in the packaging, and then the helmet is separate. So yeah. So first got the effect piece. I think this was done before, but now it's in purple. If not, then yeah. The two swappable hands, which are the more gripping hands. Okay, so they didn't change how they did this for the pegs. It's, yeah, on the back here, it looks like that's how it was done, but that's really weird. You got the Morpher right here, which has more paint on it than the other Dino Charge Rangers that have gotten. Just slightly more black paint, because on the last, or on the previous ones, on the previous, like, 4 from the main 5, they only painted, like, half of the lines that they should have on there. So, yeah. Then the sword, which is nice, in regards to this. I have to get I'll probably order another one of those just to have one for the Pink Ranger / Shelby. And then we got the helmet, which is actually pretty good overall. I haven't seen too much of Dino Charge, and when I did, it was a while ago while it was airing. So, yeah. So then we have the figure for Coda / Dino Charge Blue. Again, the things on his hands aren't painted silver like they should be, but they stopped doing that a while ago, so I'm not surprised. So, yeah. And just to there we go. So yeah, this figure has the new, like, ball joints for these. So yeah, just pop off the Coda head, pop on the helmet. Okay, I think that's it. It's weird because it didn't, like, pop on, but the head and helmet pop off. Just to show off the Coda head for a second, I think it actually looks pretty good. They didn't get his hair, I think, 100% right, but granted, he also has longer hair in the show versus here. But I think the actor likeness is pretty good. So yeah, and then we have the figure with the proper Ranger helmets on, which is nice. I like all the detailing they have with the... I actually like the sash and everything. I rewatched Linkar's History of Power Rangers on Dino Charge, and I do like the Dino Charge / Kyoryuger suits. So yeah, so in terms of the articulation, you can turn the head around in a 360. The arms, you can move like this, and it's actually easier to do it because they don't have those, I guess, ridges, but it still has enough friction. You should be able to move the arms. Yeah, you can move the arms back and forth, though it seems like the sash part of this is hampering it a little bit. I guess not. You just need to unstiffen it. This is one of the first figures with the pinless body mold, which is fine. You move this in a 360, double ball joints on the elbows, which is nice. Hands you can move in a 360 if you want. So yeah, you move the torso like this. Yeah. Like the detailing on the belt. I don't think that they've gotten that completely right for every figure either, but I could be wrong. I need to put all the figures side by side to see. Still, like, I think 4 figures that they need to do for the rest of the Dino Charge team. Don't know if they'd adapt Kyryuger, I think, or Death Ryuger slash Kyryuger, like, I forget the color, but yeah, he was put in the comics and everything, but not adapted into Dino Charge for some reason, which they could have easily had, like, Heckle be one of those, or be that character, but whatever. But yeah, so legs, you can put in basically a pretty good 90-degree angle, and because this is a new body mold as well, or the newer body mold, and it's better than Time Force Blue, I'll say that. Time Force Blue was like way too loose, if you remember that review. But yeah, it has the drop down hips, which thankfully aren't that loose. They don't go down too far, but they're fine. And you can have them do like a 90-degree sort of angle with that. You have them do splits and whatever. This can move in a 360. Double ball joint in the knee. And the feet, you can move back and forth like this. This is still rigid, but that's fine in my opinion. They changed how these work, it seems, maybe. Yeah, break the ankle, but it's not as easy and it's not exactly the same. But yeah. So basically that is it for the Lightning Collection Dino Charge Blue figure. Overall, I do like it. I think this does bode well if you can get a good version of this figure, because unfortunately some of them, mainly like Dino Fury Green, and I think 1 or 2 others, have shipped out, unfortunately, with bad parts, but granted, those were also early waves, so maybe by now, if you buy this new, it'll be fine. It's not actually that bad, and plastic-free packaging is fine, in my opinion, but yeah. Comes with the accessories I'd expect, so yeah. I really would hope that Hasbro could, or would do, like, accessory packs that could maybe be sold through Hasbro Pulse or another store as well. But yeah, so first of the official, like, regular plastic-free packaging figures I've gotten, and it's not actually that bad. And first of the new body mold that I think were a success, because, like I said, Time Force Blue, I figure was probably one of the first figures that they produced with this new mold and this new, like, body and articulation and everything, and yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out that well. It's also pinless. I think I pointed that out. So there's no, like, seeing of the pins and everything. I like some of the improvements that they made to the body mold and everything. So that's definitely a plus. But yeah, so finally have the main 6 Dino Charge Rangers out, which is good. We'll see whenever they make the last, like, 4 figures for the team, and if they'll do, like, Death Ryuger and Kiryu Navy, I think is the official designation, but we'll see if they do that and adapt those from the comics. They've done other Power Ranger comic figures, so I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually do it, but we'll see. So yeah, so I don't really have much else to say. Links in the description on my shit. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one.